individual space. Now I just have to drag the items to the right place. Next, I don't need the client to know the price of bolts, for example, so I'll just hide the price of the installation section. And I'll also hide the composition of the office supplies, because the detailed lines will just clutter the quote. But I'll write a note that includes the important elements. All that's left to do is add the shipping costs, which are calculated automatically based on my product's weight. Now let's print the quote and review it with my client. It's structured, clear, and tailored exactly the way I want. The client accepts our offer, and I generate a down payment of 20% and send him the link. On his customer portal, everything is well displayed, and he can confirm his down payment with his preferred payment method. And once it's done, the sales order is automatically confirmed, and his down payment has already been taken into account. To work on this project, we need to order some lamps. The forecast report has been completely redesigned, giving me a much clearer overview. Right away, I can see how long it takes to replenish my product. I can collapse or expand sections to focus only on what matters. I see reserved and forecasted units linked to purchase orders, the outgoing units tied, and the sales orders they're tied to, as well as their location. With a click, I can unreserve or reserve products again. And in the delivery date column, I spot which items are on time and which ones are late. For now, let's just replenish these lamps. I'll also create a replenishment rule so I don't have to update manually each time. By default, it scans up to 365 days, but for us, 90 days is more realistic. This way, we see what we'll need in the next couple of months, not just at the last minute. And the deadline column shows us when we should order to avoid shortages. The lamps should be handled with care when they arrive. I'll add it as a description of the product. This way our operators know that the packages are fragile when they store them. Okay, so we've received a full pallet of lamps, but I only need one box from it. I just choose to move a pack, and here I can see the list of packages, their location, and what they contain. I just choose a box and validate the transfer to my shelf. And if I wanted to move a box from one pallet to another, I just click Put in Pack, select the package type, and its new destination. Odoo tracks everything automatically, so nothing gets lost. In the meantime, let's check on Janet, our traveling saleswoman. She's at a design convention in Milan and scans the business card of a potential lead. The record instantly appears in Odoo. Odoo's CRM now also uses AI. For this lead, it looks like my closing chances are very low, but the AI's suggestions show me what to improve. The phone number is invalid, so we'll just fix it. And now, my probability to close this deal just went up. This is just one of the factors the AI considers, and you can immediately see which ones boost your chances of closing the deal and which ones hold you back. If Janet is out of office, another colleague can easily take over because the AI instantly summarizes past chats and is even capable of reading the attachments. Then, it helps write the perfect client reply. Okay, so with a business comes a lot of documents to sort in the right files. I just use AI prompts to organize all of my documents. I describe my sorting rules based on my needs, and Odoo takes care of it instantly. So, when I upload new documents, they are immediately sorted where they should be. Contracts go into the right folder, so do insurance documents. And even better, activities are automatically created for the right assignee. And whenever the clients send me an email with receipts or invoices directly in the email body, Odoo converts them into PDFs automatically so I can preview, store, and search them easily in documents. Another great thing is that I can open and preview any types of files on documents, such as HTML, PDF, TXT, XML, and a bunch of other file types. And I can easily add files from the Documents app anywhere on Odoo using the / command. Finally, these quick action buttons are really handy. I can share the document, download it, rename it, and see more info with one click. Let's make sure our finances are in order. Each year, I submit an audit report. This normally takes quite a long time, but with Odoo's new audit report creator, it's done in a matter of minutes. I just name the report, specify the dates of the journal I want included, and we're good to go. There's a whole list of pre-made legal texts I can choose to include, all based on dynamic texts. My colleagues and I can then sign the report easily in different places, and I can add extra sign fields wherever needed. All important accounting reports are included, and if I need to showcase specific results, I can just change the filters and options on the reports. The audit report also comes with a list of template annexes, and I can add any page I want. Finally, I can add the extra documents directly from the Documents app. All that's left to do is print out the report, and the whole PDF is created and downloaded in seconds. Now, let's take care of our tax return. With this new menu, Odoo shows exactly what needs to be filed and when. It's adapted to local requirements across different countries, and each return type is listed with its deadline and status, so I always know what's due. And look at this new bank reconciliation menu. Odoo already reconciles most of the transactions automatically with existing invoices and bills based on the partner, label, and amount. For anything that isn't handled automatically, I just use the action buttons to reconcile the transaction. Set Account, for example, lets me write off the amount to any account. And as I'm not an accountant, these descriptions help me select the correct account. I'd still like my accountant to take a look at this transaction though, so I'll ask her to review it. On her side, she can take a quick look with the filters and mark it as reviewed once it's done. If a bank statement processed through OCR has incorrect balances, I can manually correct the starting and ending balance by clicking on the fields and then on the appropriate number in the PDF. To simplify tax mapping, it has been moved from fiscal positions to the tax record itself. Simply choose which fiscal positions the change applies to and which taxes this one replaces. Finally, an enterprise user with only the invoicing app installed has access to accounting and partner reports, making financial management more comprehensive. And I can easily follow up on payments by sending reminders to customers with outstanding balances, even through WhatsApp. On to our signing process. The interface has a sleek new design. It's easier to configure multiple signers directly within the document. And we can just copy-paste any field to save time and keep things consistent. When I need several documents signed by a client, I just upload them all at once. Odoo puts them together in a single envelope where I can arrange the order and add the required fields. Then I click Send, and my client receives one document to review and sign everything in one go. For this client, let's create a project. We'll just select one of the templates we made, adapt the title, and just like that, the right tasks are added automatically, with the right stages and right people assigned to them. And here's another AI feature you'll like. You can create all the automations you need, choose the action type, pick the field you want, and add your customized prompt with all the necessary information. Here we want our opportunities to be assigned automatically to the right expert. And just like that, we say goodbye to manual assigning. And the best part? You can do this for any action in your workflow. Let's go to the calendar view of our project. Here we see the tasks that still need to be scheduled. We can just drag and drop on the correct day, and there you go. Finally, our colleagues can start working on this project. They can easily log in multiple timesheets by setting up the details and adding the timesheets to any day they like. There's an issue with this accounting report. I'll call Anita to solve it. With Odoo's new VoIP design, I see clearly my recent calls, my contacts, the quick action buttons, and my planned activities for today. When calling, I have extra options such as transferring and holding the call. Another AI feature that's really useful is the recording option. Odoo listens, transcribes, and even translates the conversation in real time. Better yet, it generates a clear, structured summary for me. I have a question for Mark, but I see he's away. No worries, I'll just mention the whole accounting group. I don't need anyone in particular to handle this. I also have a data security question, but for that, I'll just consult our AI agent. I can ask a question, and it will provide an answer based on the sources I've provided. I can even have it schedule a meeting or perform other actions automatically. The list of possibilities is limitless. Okay, the operational side is taken care of. Now let's look at our marketing. We have an incredible website made with Odoo 19. The new catalog block lets me quickly show what we have in store. I can choose from a variety of beautifully crafted templates, each designed by professional web designers to fit different styles and needs. Whether I'm showing off my full collection or just the best sellers, there's always a template ready to match my style. And look at these beautiful new shop page templates. Sleek and stylish, they showcase my product in the best possible way. And visitors can just hover over the cart of a product and preview its attributes in real life, like size, color, and material. Product pages have also gotten an upgrade. Odoo provides many new templates that I can fine-tune with the editor on the front end, like adding images to variants, for example. Here I showcase the different types of wood available for this sofa as pictures, making my product even clearer for my customers. Once my product page is published, it's displayed on Google. The price, ratings, and reviews significantly improve my ads and attract people to my website. I also link my catalog to social platforms and marketplaces like TikTok Shop, Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, and more. And I spare valuable time by letting AI generate a compelling product description in one click, or translate my whole page instantly. No more manual translations. Of course, visitors can still contact us directly with the live chat. It's easier than ever, as conversations are directly forwarded to an operator with the right expertise. And the concurrent chat limits feature limits the number of conversations a live chat operator can handle at the same time, keeping my team from feeling overwhelmed. When a colleague takes the chat over in the afternoon, they see all the info they need in the side panel so they can prioritize and respond faster. And then they'll send the visitor a copy of the conversation, making it easy for the client to revisit the exchange anytime and keep all the information on hand. On my side, I can track all ongoing conversations with the new live chat dashboards. So, in order to sell our products, we need to make sure our stock is kept up to date. The new purchase dashboard gives me a pulse on the company. Pending RFQs, orders awaiting approval, average on-time delivery scores for each supplier, and even upcoming expected arrivals. I can just drag and drop a sales order and it appears as a PO, complete with lines, discounts, and sections. The purchase catalog now suggests how many units I should order. I can turn this feature on or off, set the replenishment period, and choose what to base it on. It also shows me the total amount. And with one click on Add All, my purchase order is ready. If a client doesn't use Odoo, no problem. They can import the sales order in an XML format directly from the customer portal. It's lunchtime. Let's go to our store's restaurant and see how the team is doing over there. Our restaurant has 2 floors and a patio. So when a waiter takes an order, they just type in the table number instead of searching for it on the floor plan. Then they take the customer's order. To make it faster, we created several presets: dine-in, takeout, and delivery. These are handy, as I can configure options such as price lists, fiscal positions, preparation capacity, identification requirements, schedule times, and much more. Let's say someone calls to order takeout. I'll just take her order, choose the right preset, and add the day and time. In the case of a delivery, I just select an existing customer or create a new one with their delivery address. Those presets make me save loads of time, and I can create as many as I want. And talking about delivery, Odoo supports almost every platform, including Takeaway, Careem, Grubhub, Deliveroo, and many more. Let's go back to our waiter and his customers. The waiter selects Course 1 for the starter and Course 2 for the main dish. Once confirmed, the kitchen prepares the appetizer first, while the main course remains on hold. When the guests are ready, our waiter simply clicks Fire Course 2. Instantly, the kitchen display updates, and the main dish is ready to be cooked. As it's summer, we have several students working at the restaurant. We've given them minimal access rights so that they can't perform sensitive actions such as open POS sessions, perform cash-in or cash-out operations, apply discounts, and so on. Did you know Odoo prints and delivers your QR codes for free? I only had to create my table plan, click Get QR Codes, and then choose the design I wanted. Those QR codes lead to our mobile menu, where customers can order to dine in, takeout, or delivery. Our customer can see allergen information directly under each menu item. All we have to do is add the allergens to the product description, and they'll appear clearly on our menu. Our customer chooses a burger combo. They pick a cheeseburger, a Coke, and here they can select up to 2 sauces, one being free. With this new feature, you can specify how many items your client can choose in a specific combo, and if some of them are given for free. Now, all the client has to do is pay online, choose their table, and the order is ready to be brought to her. And they can even download her receipt if needed. Someone calls to book a table. We'll just specify a name, date, time, and number of people, and the booking goes straight to the waiting list. Switching to Kanban, we can update the customer's status once they arrive. Then, we just have to drag and drop the customer and assign him to the correct table. When a walk-in customer arrives, we can instantly create a new order. If they want a table, we simply select Set Table and assign the right one. If they're at the bar, we can click Set tab, enter their name, and start adding items. When it's time to pay, we follow the usual checkout process, and the receipt number automatically becomes the order reference in the orders list. Of course, our retail store runs on Odoo Point of Sale too. These quick payment buttons allow me to process any payment in just one click. Let's see how our company is faring. I'll just type my request, and Odoo AI delivers the exact view I asked for. And when I insert it in a spreadsheet, I can open the command palette with the Command+K shortcut and change my data with new charts, such as radar, geo, sunburst, and tree map charts. This is ideal for hierarchical data with multiple categories. There's all sorts of nifty little tricks available, like collapsing rows and columns in dynamic pivots tables, filter numbers by criteria, and pin side panels, which allows me to work simultaneously in different panels. And these spreadsheets are fully usable on mobile devices. And when I import records, like contacts, for example, Odoo now shows me the newly imported items right away. From there, I can use the breadcrumb to return to my full list. This makes it easier to understand exactly which records were added or updated. To comply with the new EU regulations, I'm using Odoo's new ESG app. I just download the international databases and get access to emissions factors for thousands of items. This covers everything, from printer paper to raw materials, like steel. For example, this laptop we purchased for all of our employees has a carbon footprint of 156 kilograms of CO2 equivalent. And now, every laptop purchase has its footprint calculated automatically, and this is done for all of our purchases. So our carbon footprint is always up to date as all data is synced in real time, and we can export it in just one click. Okay, let's take a look at our team. I can now look back at any employee's previous period and job position. Let's add a new period starting on the 1st of October, so I can give her a well-deserved raise. Now, let's take a look at her work entries. This table instantly shows who's present, on leave, working from home, and more. For Audrey, I'll just select her entire line and set it to attendance. And as I know she was sick from the 11th to the 15th, I'll just mark it as sick leave.
What does it take to disrupt an industry? What does it take to disrupt the software industry? An industry growing and evolving so quickly. Is it time? Is it money? Is it innovation? Is it a great product? Does it take blunt recklessness or careful consideration? What about having vision, passion, and dedication? What about breaking the rules? It takes all of that. But above all, it takes a vibrant community. A community of dedicated and creative people. A community with unparalleled ingenuity and efficiency. From manufacturing industries to service industries. From field services to accounting firms. From retail to e-commerce. From NGOs to education. From small companies to large corporations. Together, we move mountains. This is what makes Odoo unique. A passionate community. Millions of open source developers, partners, and users working together towards a common goal. Making companies a better place, one app at a time. This is how we improve everyone's work life. This is how we give people the tools to do more in less time. This is how, as a community, we disrupt industries. So it's no surprise that we all gather year after year to discuss our future. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Odoo founder and CEO, Fabien Pincars.
Welcome to this second day of Odoo experience. Yesterday was amazing. I'm happy that you are still alive. You survived yesterday's party. But we still have 2 full days of learning, experience, and networking with the community. So we're going to have a lot of things to show you. But before we start, let me recap a little bit of what we have done over the past years. So it's always easier if I put on. Yes. So let me remind you what all Odoo is about. So for the past year, we have focused on building the best application. We had a focus per application. So we wanted to be the best CRM, the best website builder, the best e-commerce, the best inventory management system, the best accounting system. And we have been doing very good on all of these. So as a result, you can now pretty much replace every single one of these applications by Odoo. So you can easily replace QuickBooks by Odoo Accounting, and you're going to get something better. Or Notion by Knowledge, or you can have pretty much everything Shopify by Odoo e-commerce. So for every application, we get to the level where we are on top with a top player on the market. But we also have the advantage of integrating everything together. So now you have not only the best application for each category, but you also have the full integration with everything which is unique on this market. And the strength of Odoo has always been this, the value, but also the value for the money. So we succeeded to make it affordable. We succeeded to keep it at a very low price so that every small and mid-sized company can benefit from these high technologies in order to improve the way they operate. And it works. I mean, the number have been crazy. It really works. So let's have a look at some of the numbers. Last year, Odoo, our company, we were 4,300 employees. This year, we are 6,500. We'll be close to 10,000 in 1 year. Can you imagine the speed at which we grow? It's close to 50% growth per year. And if we look at the numbers as of August 2025, we are at 416 millions of annual recurring revenue versus 289 last year at the same date. So it's really growing like crazy, and it's showing the impact that you, the partners, the community have on what we are doing. Because that's just a small part of the big ecosystem, and this just translates into a lot of clients and users that you put in production. Let me say it again. We have, together with the partner network and Odoo, created 6,500 direct jobs at Odoo and 250,000 jobs, people working for the partners. I mean, we can be proud of that. I mean, it's not small. And it's only the beginning. Growing at 50% per year, it's going to grow and grow and grow. So it's really good. And this amazing growth has been translated into employees and also in the partner network. So the partner network is also growing a lot, 35% growth over the past year. But more importantly, the partner themselves grew a lot. So all in all, it's more than 50% growth in terms of the resources working for partners. So it's huge, and as you can see all the graph, it seems like it's only the beginning. It will continue to grow and grow and grow like that for a few years. So in short, for 44% growth last year, in the partner network, we have today 11,000 partners in 189 countries. We can say that together, we cover the world. We have 170,000 customers. The only negative point is our cash position. That was 136 million euro on our bank account last year, which is only 100 at the August this month. But it's normal. It's part of our strategy to keep things very an affordable pricing. And because Q4 is always good in our activities and in business, we think we will recover that by the end of the year. So it's perfectly aligned with our strategy to remain break-even in order to ensure the customer benefit from this extra value. And we have 16 million of users, over 170,000 customers. Let me say that again. 170,000 customers. So I'd like to thank you, the partners and the community, for this effort. And maybe you don't know exactly what it is. I mean, it's 170. I could have said 1 million. Nobody knows. It's like big numbers. We don't know if it's good or not. So let me show you how good that is. So if I go to the number 1 and number 2 other ERP after Odoo, let's go and say how many customers does NetSuite have? They have 43,000 customers. Can you imagine? It's not like we reached them. We exploded everything. How many customers does Microsoft Dynamics 365 have? They have 40,000 customers as of July 2024. So it's not like we have done something good. We have done something which is a game changer. And we can really be proud of that because we did it, and there is a big difference with them. Our customers are happy. And why it's important? It's not only about the business we generate, the jobs we create, it's really important for the customers too. Because, work is life. We spend 1/3 of our time at work. So it's better to do it with good tools that allows us to be productive. Every human wants to be efficient, productive, wants to contribute to their company. And as our job is to provide good tools to them, we really have an impact on their life. We really help people to do more in less time and be more happy at work because they can contribute more. And how do we do that is probably the other things where we can be proud also. In our corporate world, they have a strategy to do price inflation every year. Every renewal, the corporate software vendor try to double the price, to sell extra features, to have non-transparent pricing. We did that by being fair. And that is also unique in our core ERP segment. So, of course, we are open source. We have an open source software, an open mindset. Even this event is free. And a very strong community that is as open as we are. Then we have a fair pricing, which is great also for customers. Transparent, visible on the website, no extra everywhere. You get everything explained in one page, and affordable with clean legal terms. We also have no vendor locking, no proprietary data format. Everything is in PostgreSQL, a standard that every student knows. So the customer can own his data. No software locking, because you can download on GitHub. No platform locking. If you don't like Odoo Online, you can go on Odoo SH. If you don't like Odoo SH, you can go on premise and do it on your own. Or you can ask any partner to do it. And we build a strong community. So you also have the knowledge around the software, so that creates competition for the customer, which is always seen. And you know what? Everybody told me at the beginning, when you sell to corporate, you have to be more aggressive, you have to charge more, you have to apply the traditional tactics of increasing the price. It turns out that doing good is a competitive advantage. And today, we know we have customers coming to Odoo because of that. because they don't want to negotiate anymore to get the correct price, because they love the transparency, because they love the open source community, because they love to get the flexibility to have the source code or choose the partner to do the implementation. And I think that's one of the jobs I love the more. And the result is there. We are getting 11,000 new clients per month. Do you remember how many? Do you remember how many customers have Microsoft Dynamics and NetSuite? We basically do their full user base every 4 months. So, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, because on top of that, we have all the open source customers, the one app free, the people who test, the students that benefit from Odoo for free. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. Odoo is probably 5 to 6 times bigger than that. So now the question is, how do we keep innovating and growing and building this partner network, building the community, and evolving everything at this rapid growth? Because in order to do that, year after year, we had to innovate. So what will we do this year? So this year, I'm happy to introduce a new strategy that we will launch, which is in Odoo 19, we will ship with 100 industries package. So the way it looks is that on our website, you have from the top menu, now we just added a few days ago, all the industries. So we have pre-made industry package ready to use out of the box for 100 specific businesses. So you can go from a bookstore to a grocery store, textile industry, fashion, food, fast food, sports club, pharmacy, real estate, construction, shoemaker, law firm. We get a solution for every one of those. And I do believe that it is revolutionary. Because in each of these industries, you already have a few software, like you have software that are good at doing the construction business, but they usually only do the core business, just the construction. And usually, they don't have a CRM, they don't have a website builder, they don't have electronic signature, they don't have connection with Google and the agenda and everything. And when you bring all those things together, it's a real revolution for these industries. So not only we will cover the core business, but we'll have all the values of Odoo on top of that, which is a game changer. And in addition to that, because we don't have a small market like each of these industries are quite small, we are working on the mass market, we can afford to do that at our usual price of 20 euro, which is usually 7 times smaller than the traditional industry package that are closer to 150 to 200 euro per user and per month. So that could be a game changer to reach the long tail of businesses that are not regular CRM or regular accounting or regular websites. And in order to show you how that works, I'd like to introduce you the entrepreneur of the day, who will do together with me the product demonstration about most of these industries. Please have a warm welcome for Fabrice Henrion.
Hello everyone, my name is Fabrice. 15 years ago, I started the Odoo subsidiary in the United States. It was an amazing entrepreneurial experience, but I always wondered what it would be like to start my own business from nothing. A business like a restaurant. If I want to start a restaurant, it's going to require going through multiple steps. And I'll need the help of a number of vendors and service providers at every step of the way. Here's my plan. First, I'll work with a real estate agency to find a good location. Then, I'll contract with an architect to design the interior and draw the plans of my new restaurant. A construction company will do the heavy lifting and turn my dream into a concrete reality. Then I will need to find furniture stores and furniture manufacturers to help furnish my restaurant. And once all of this is done, it will be finally time for me to open the doors of my restaurant and welcome my first customers. This is 10 industries in 1 hour. Let's go. So first, I'm looking for a good location, and I was thinking of something like this, maybe with a property on it to renovate. My budget is not enormous. And I was looking online, and I found this website. It had great SEO, and it might have some properties that I'm interested in. And if I go to the list there, I was actually looking for something in the Antwerp area, 5 rooms, and a condition to renovate. And I can see this old farm to renovate. It looks like something that might be a fit. Let's contact this real estate agency to schedule a visit. And sent.
So I am the real estate agent. And I built my beautiful website with Odoo, obviously. And it turns out that the SEO is so great that I'm attracting a few customers. So let's go to my backend. And you know, because of this industry package, I have here this new icon, Properties. And when I click on Properties, I have all my properties listing here. So it's very easy to manage my catalog of buildings to sell. Or I can get it as a map, and I have a map view of all my properties. Very convenient when a customer like Fabrice is asking if we have something close by. Or I can check all the buyers that are in my pipeline, or maybe the visits that we have today, or some reporting like this. All right, so let's start to go to my property, and I'm going to check my old farm to renovate. From there, I have all the information related to my properties, the construction year, the living surface, and I can add fields depending on the type of properties, like if it's a building, a land, or whatever. And from here, I have everything, the buyers, the visits. We even have a matchmaking system where buyers, like Fabrice, could say, I'm looking for a land in Brussels with that size. And then the system computes automatically what are the properties that will match with this customer. So for this old farm to renovate, I have 3 matches, Lisa, Sarah, and Mike. But I don't like Mike, so I will just invite Sarah and Lisa. And they will just be inserted in my pipeline so that I can do the follow-up. And now if I go to my properties, old farm to renovate, let's have a look at the different buyers. So I have 7 buyers from here. And one of them looks more interesting than the others, Fabrice. I'm pretty sure I can sell him something. So let's go on the property. And now the next step is to have a visit on the property to convince him to buy this farm. So in order to speed up the process, in 1 click, I click here on visit, ready? Boom. He gets an email, and he can schedule an appointment himself with my agenda in order to visit the property. To speed up the process, I'm going to book for him. So I just click like if he clicks on his email. And then he can choose in my agenda when he wants to book. So we have abilities today at 11 or 2 p.m. What do you prefer, Fabrice?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.? Perfect. And Fabrice, I'm going to book for him and confirm the appointment. So now we meet at the property. We visit the property. It's a beautiful one, north orientation, lots of windows. The light is perfect. What do you think about it, Fabrice?
I like it a lot. It's very charming, and it's affordable.
All right. So you want to make an offer?
Yeah, 450,000 euros.
Let me send you the offer form, and you can fill it when you are ready. So I'm going to put Fabrice and send in an offer. To speed up the process, I will just send it to myself. Fabrice Fabien. And sign out. So Fabrice receives an email, and when he clicks on the email, he can fill in the property. So how much do you want to offer?
450,000 euros.
450,000 euros. At that date, sign. Let's try to imitate his signature. And that's done. So when Fabrice submits an offer, the sellers receive also this offer, and he can countersign it, and if it's done, then we can move forward on the transaction. All right, Fabrice, so the seller agreed. You are now the happy owner of this very good property.
I'm now the proud owner of this property. It was affordable, but there is a ton of work to do on this building. I don't even know where to start. I need the help of a real estate video first to show you all the great features that are in this industry.
Sorry.
Running your real estate agency has never been easier. With Odoo, list properties on your website in seconds, track leads and schedule visits effortlessly, match buyers and properties instantly with our smart matchmaking feature, and much more. At Horizon Homes, we know that a great website is key to any successful real estate agency. With Odoo, we built ours in just a few clicks, and now potential buyers can easily explore all our properties, whether for sale or for rent. Mark is looking to buy a villa near Brussels, ideally with 2 bedrooms and a big backyard for his dog, Marcus, who, well, needs a lot of space. Thanks to the filters, Mark quickly narrows down the search to match his exact criteria. Oh, this villa looks interesting. He'll add it to his favorites. Let's compare it with that pool house. Wow, those villas are stunning, just not quite in Mark's budget. He signs up for our matchmaking and sets a maximum price of 450,000 euros. Behind the scenes, Mark's contact is instantly created in the system with all his search criteria already filled in. Now, every time we add matching properties to our catalog, Odoo automatically sends him a personalized email with the new listings. From quiet suburbs to bright spotlights, Sarah is selling her home to pursue her lifelong dream of becoming a jazz singer in the city. She lands on our website and reaches out through the free estimate form. In Odoo's CRM app, Sarah's request instantly pops up as a new lead. We assign it to our top agent, who schedules an activity in Odoo to arrange a visit with Sarah and estimate the property. Perfect, the estimation is done. Time to create Sarah's house in our Properties app. We estimated the house at 400,000 euros. We then enter all the details about the property. It's situated in a nice region, has 3 bedrooms, a beautiful garden, and is available right away. From the Sales tab, we define the ribbon that will appear on the listing on our website. With the smart buttons, we can see at a glance that we already have 8 potential buyers for these criteria. When we tell Sarah about the interested buyers, she feels reassured and decides to trust us with the sale. Let's move Sarah's opportunity to the qualified stage and send her a quotation. We charge a 2% commission on the house price, add our service pack, and a professional photo shoot. And in just a few seconds, the quotation is ready to be sent. Sarah signs the quote digitally, and just like that, her house is ready to be sold. In just one click, it's published on our website and visible to all potential buyers. We can also publish the property on any external website. Thanks to its unique ID, all incoming leads are automatically linked to Sarah's house in Odoo. And thanks to our powerful reporting tool, we can easily see all the current inquiries about Sarah's property and send it to her. Remember Mark and Marcus? Thanks to Odoo's matchmaking feature, Mark receives an email notification about Sarah's property. Wow! Look at this garden! Mark can already picture Marcus running around like a happy doggy dog. Excited, he immediately requests a visit. The opportunity instantly pops up in Odoo, and with just one click, an email is sent with a calendar to book a visit at his preferred date and time. In our appointment app, I have a clear view of all upcoming visits, helping us stay organized and responsive. And if your team uses Google Calendar or Outlook, Odoo syncs external calendars to ensure everything stays up to date. Marcus was thrilled by the visit, so Mark didn't hesitate to put in an offer of 450,000 euros. Sarah can't believe how fast the offer came and agrees right away. Time to update the property's banner to sold. We coordinate with both Sarah and Mark to finalize the sale, and all our documents are securely stored within our Documents app. Time to send the invoice to Sarah. We simply adapt the final price and send the invoice to Sarah with just one click. Sarah reviews the invoice, and once it's paid, the payment status is automatically updated. And thanks to Odoo, Mark, Marcus, and Sarah can now embrace the exciting journey ahead in their new home. Level up your real estate agency today at odoo.com.
I'm now the proud owner of this property. It was affordable, but there's a ton of renovation to do on this building. I don't even know where to start. I need the help of an architect. And let's see if I can find one online. Okay, I found this website. These guys look legit, and the website is beautiful. They probably use Odoo. Wow, if they can do these types of projects, they can certainly help me. Let's make an appointment to ask for a quote. Today, 3 p.m. And sent.
So I'm the architect. And every morning, I sip my cup of coffee, open my calendar, and check if I have new requests. And I see here that I have a request from Fabrice. Perfect, a new client. So because Odoo is well done, I also have an opportunity in my CRM. And I see Fabrice is there, so I'm going to put him 3 stars. And from them, I can start interacting with him. Send emails, send WhatsApp, send SMS. Everything is logged in, book meetings, and so on. But let's move further, and let's send a quotation to him. So I'm going to sell him a full mission with everything we want to do. But in order to fine-tune the order, I'm going to use the voice over IP of Odoo and contact Fabrice on the spot. So let's contact Fabrice to check what he wants for his quotation.
Hello?
Hi, Fabrice. Do you have a work permit, or do you want or not?
I have a permit.
Okay. So let's keep it. Do you want some tendering act?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. And because Fabrice seems like a friendly guy, I'm going to remove the mileage. We won't charge that. That's going to be free for you, Fabrice. Perfect. So I'm going to send you the quotation in a few minutes. It's going to be 10,412. And if you agree with that, we can move forward on the process.
Okay.
Perfect. So let me send it by email. And voila, Fabrice will receive the email. Perfect.
I see. Yeah, I got the email. And I got the document. And it looks like what I wanted. Yep. Looks great. And sent.
Perfect. So as he signed the document, everything has been confirmed. So now my projects and tasks are already created. So I can start working on this project, assign people, set priority deadline, move priorities, and move on with the different tasks. I can add some documents, interact with the different construction worker. And if I want, I can add the top menu and follow up on the project. Timesheet, documents. You know, architects, they like to take photos on the construction site. So they can come on the site information, upload new documents, like this, two photos. They can store documents, ask customer to sign anything. So everything is linked at the same place right away. And because Fabrice is quite efficient, we move forward fast on this project. We design the plans and everything. So it's time to invoice him. And just like that, he received my invoice.
And yes, I got your invoice. That's what was agreed for and paid.
Perfect. So now we can start the construction, Fabrice.
Great. It took a lot of time to make all the architectural decisions with the architect. I went back and forth with him, review the drawings over and over again, but now it's now down, and I have the plans, but it's all still just on paper. It's now time to make my dream a reality and to break ground. I cannot do this by myself. I need a construction company. And I have a friend who happens to work at one. Let's email him to ask for a quote. Hello, I'm interested in getting a quote for a construction project. Attached are the plans of my architect. And sent.
So I am running the construction business. So I have my helmet hat, construction hat. And when I go to the CRM, I have all the requests that have been sent to me. And as you can see here, I have a new request from Fabrice. Because of the email gateway, every email directly creates a new request in the system. So let's have a look. I have all I need, the plans that are attached, and I can start iterating with Fabrice. And let's go with a new construction quotation. In order to speed up, I'm going to use a template. So I don't need to write everything. You know, in construction, you have a lot of things to do. And I can start doing the template. So Fabrice, do you want some kitchen in your project or not?
Yes.
OK. And how many refrigerators do you want? 1 or 2?
2.
2. So let's change. And I can start modifying very easily. But let's go further. Because the construction business is complex, I designed a custom spreadsheet with my own formula that we compute based on the several criteria how to do the quotation. So, Fabrice, do you need a roof insulation or not?
Yes.
OK, I'm going to add 10 days here and 5 days here. How many bathrooms do you need?
2.
2 bathrooms. Perfect. Kitchen plumbing, I'm going to put 5 days. Do you need some lighting, or you have another contractor?
No, I do need it.
You do need? OK. 25 days for him. And then I can come back to my order, and everything is automatically added. So now it's computed as 47 days of labor, 4.7 days of project management, and the purchase of the material will take me 7 days. So you have the mix of using template, catalog, and spreadsheet in order to do that. And we can go further, because here I have a mix of service and projects. So now, do 19, you can create some subsection, section, add price. So if I add the price, Fabrice will only see the 16,500 euro, and he won't see the price over every single items. And I like to do that because otherwise I know him. I'm going to start negotiation, the stone, the screed, and everything. I prefer to just put price on the sections. That makes the sales process easier. And I can do that on section, subsection, optional product, and everything. So let me send the quote to Fabrice. So I click send, and he will receive a beautiful quotation like this. So Fabrice, let me know what you think about it.
Yes, I received it, and give me a second. I'm going through it. Yep. Good, good. Yeah, that looks good to me.
Perfect. So when he signs or pays, depending on how I configured, everything is going to be created automatically. So I have my tasks ready to work, so I can assign to the different workers the different tasks for my construction project. And yes. And so I have all my tasks, and I forget. All right, so we're good with the construction project.
All right.
Now that I have everything, I uploaded my tasks, my project, so I can go to the sale order 5, and I can manage my tasks, my timesheet, my planning, so I can organize the planning of the different workers, documents, if I want to upload some documents, manage the documents of the project, sales order, invoice, purchase, vendor bills, products I get from my warehouse or I deliver to the warehouse, dashboards, and everything's there. So we can move forward easily. I plan resource, I assign people, they log timesheet, we invoice the customer, and because we did a good job, I'm going to go to my sale order and create an invoice for him. So Fabrice, your construction project is ready. I sent you the final invoice. I hope you will be happy with this new restaurant.
Yep. I got the invoice and paid. Okay, my old farm is now fully renovated. They took care of the demolition, the masonry, the drywalls, the millwork. They even installed a new HVAC unit. But my restaurant is not quite ready for prime time yet. It's still completely empty. I need to get furniture. And I found a website online where I'll be able to buy chairs and tables and stools. This website is pretty nice, and let's have a look at their shop. They have a nice new carousel that I can drag along at the top, and the items, and this chair will do. So 30 chairs that they seem like they have available at a location near me. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's close by my place. I can select this location, and I'll pick up those items in store and add to cart. I also need dining tables. So I can click down subcategories in order to find the items I'm looking for. And this elegant table will do. They have it in 3 variants. I want the 160 centimeter one, so I'll just click on it and get the 5 tables I need for my restaurant. And finally, I need the stools. And this design looks pretty good to me. I'll just get those, 8, and add to cart. And when I look at the cart, this is a new cart screen of Odoo. It has been fully revamped and polished. It's much more straightforward, and I get to check out. Now, just after entering my billing address, I get to choose to pick up the items in store. In which location? This one, it's the one nearby my place, right here. And I'll pick up in store, and I'll also pay in store. And it's ordered.
So I am the furniture store owner. And like every morning, I go to my beautiful Odoo application, and I open my cash register. So I connect to my point of sale where I can sell items to my customers.
All right, let's go get my furniture.
Hi, how may I help you today?
Greetings, sir. I ordered a few pieces of furniture on your fine website, and I came to your shop with my big truck to pick them up.
All right, so let me have a look, and I will load your order from the website. What's your name?
Fabrice.
All right, I see you here. So I'm going to check your order. So you booked 30 chairs, 5 tables, and 8 stools?
Correct.
Do you want anything else, or you're good?
2 of these lights, actually.
Perfect. Let me scan them. All right. So we have 2 lines. So the total is going to be 19,000 euro. How do you want to pay?
I always carry a big wad of cash on me.
All right. So let's go to cash, 20,000 euro. Perfect. Do you want to get the receipt by email, WhatsApp, or I'll print you?
Email.
Email? Yeah, let's save paper. So it's sent. So you know what? Now you can go to the back of the store, and we will load your truck with all your furniture.
Okay.
So in order to manage the back of the store, I'm going to use the preparation display. So the team in the warehouse, they have this display on a tablet, and with everything that the customer asks for in the front, and they can select what's going to have to be shipped. So as they load, the team load the products in the truck, they just click on this, and then it's good to go. We ship the customer, and he can go back home.
Doot, 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 doot. I got the chairs, the tables, and the stools. But I forgot something. I wanted something special for my entrance, something that would be a perfect fit with my interior. Something like a custom-made reception desk. Let's call that previous furniture store owner to see if he can help me. Ring. 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 Ring.
Hello, beautiful furniture store here.
Yes, sir. I ordered a couple items from you moments ago, and I wanted to know if you could help me get a custom-made reception desk.
All right, let me send you a quotation.
And I also need an accent chair.
Perfect. So, easy. I just go to here, select the customer, and then I can load a template and use the catalog. Because he wants some specific product, it's going to be faster for me to load with the catalog. So he wanted a custom front desk and a chair. So I just click on the product I want to add, and now my quotation is ready. But let's drag and drop, because the custom desk will be manufactured on demand, and the chair is something we have on stock, so I will move it here. As I'm good to go, I can send the quotation to Fabrice, and if he likes it, we can start the manufacturing process. Oh, we don't have his email. Let's send the email. And that's it. So Fabrice, let me know if it's good. It's 16,000 euro. If we are good to go, we'll move with the project.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. So I'm going to confirm for him. As usual, everything is created automatically. I have my tasks, project. Everything is attached to the my sale order, the delivery, the number of working hours, the plan, and the manufacturing order. So we'll start with the manufacturing order. In order to manufacture, my team use the shop floor application. So they go here on the shop floor, and they have a tablet in the manufacturing area for each work center or for a group of work center. So as they activate the tablet for the first time, they can choose which work center they want to manage from this tablet. So let me put the 4 here. And here they see everything they have to manufacture. And we see here that we have a custom front desk for Fabrice. So let's jump to it. It's for the work center assembly area. So multiple operators can work on it, like these two. They just click on it and can start doing the manufacturing of the table. That's very easy. It's a simple Kanban like they used to have in the manufacturing area. And then I have everything. If they want, they have the instruction that has been designed by the R&D team that works in the task, uploaded here, so that the workers have the instruction with the specification of Fabrice. So we are good with this instruction. And then they wanted me to do a stability testing of the table before moving forward, because the quality team asked me to do that for every product. So let's say it's good. And when it's good, I just mark as done. Now that we manufactured this project with a very simple interface, it's time to deliver the client and install the custom desk on site. So for that, I'm going to use the field service application. In the field service, the office manager, they manage all the tasks. So they can usually work in the Kanban view. And we see today that Fabien has nothing to do. So we can click and assign all the tasks that have been sold that we should ship here. So I'm going to assign the delivery and installation for Fabrice and the lightning delivery on that day. And maybe this one we will do on Monday. And so as we create the planning for every worker, now the worker can start working on that. So usually the way it works is that they have a nice jacket, I forget. In order to do my installation on site, I need to be well equipped. Perfect. And they usually work on their mobile because when they wake up in the morning, they check on their mobile what they have to do. So let's go in my favorite application. Oops, it's the other one. No internet? Yes. And they go to the field service application. And there, they see everything they want to do. They see all the customers they have to deliver and install today. So let me go to the first one, the booked from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I can click on View Itinerary, and it's going to open Google Maps for me, so I can go and check with the client. And as I start doing the installation for Fabrice, I can start the counter. And because I'm very fast, I already did the job, so I'm going to click Stop and log my time. It recommends 15 minutes. That's the minimum for such a service. And then we can move. So Fabrice, what do you think about your new desk?
It's beautiful.
All right, so let me ask you if you can sign. So here is the report with everything we did. So we have the time, the material we used to manufacture, the timesheet. If it's all good for you, can I ask you to sign for the shipping?
Yes.
And done. Thank you. So you're going to get the invoice automatically. Enjoy your grand opening for your restaurant.
Now that I have everything, I can finally open my restaurant, welcome my first visitors, and take care of the grand opening of my restaurant. I can start using Odoo as I start my restaurant. I installed a few applications, and I can also start up a website in just a few clicks. I can design my website. I can make modification inline very quickly. I can drag and drop blocks or text like this, making modifications anywhere, modifying pictures like this, beautiful pictures retrieved from online directly, and save. And just like that, I get a website ready for my restaurant, ready to be used and published.
What? Ah, yeah, I heard there is a good restaurant in town that is opening. So let's have a look at this beautiful website. And now we have gourmet restaurants with clean picture. I mean, it's nice. We see that it's professionally looking. Looks like it's done with Odoo. Let's book a table. So I'm going to book a table for today, one person. And so it's analyzing the internet. Ah, yeah. Yep. So let's book a table for one person at Fabrice restaurant. I think I have a slow connection issue, so let's say it's done. And I'm going to go to the restaurant because I booked the table. Hi.
Good afternoon, sir.
So I booked a table for one person.
Okay. And what is your name, sir?
It's one of those. Pick the one you want.
Yeah, I can see, yeah. And, well, I happen to have a table by the window. Would you be interested?
Yes, if you can. That would be
Very
nice.
Good. Then please have a seat.
Thank you.
And here is the menu.
Thank you.
And would you like to start with a few drinks, sir?
Yeah, I'm very thirsty because of yesterday's party. So I'm going to start with a Coke, some water, and a beer.
Here, okay. Oh, monsieur is thirsty. Sorry, Coke, water and beer. Okay, and after this, for your second course, sir?
Can I get a sushi lunch combo?
And I get to click on second course and the sushi lunch combo. And this comes with 2 items amongst the following, sir. Maki, salmon, avocado, or temaki.
I'm gonna get the maki salmon and tomaki.
That's 3, sir.
Okay. So give me the first 2.
All right. And it also comes with a drink.
Can I get water?
Sure. And for your third course, sir?
I'm gonna get a burger.
Very good, the bacon burger. This comes with a side. You get to pick between the Belgian fries, the sweet potato fries, the potatoes with thyme.
Belgian fries.
Belgian fries, of course, sir. And what else?
Maybe some pasta. 4 formaggi if you have.
The pasta. Would you like extra mushrooms or extra cheese?
No, I'm good.
Neither? Okay. Very well, sir. Then I'll be right with you with your drinks.
Thank you.
So how were the drinks, sir?
Perfect, thank you.
Are you ready for your second course?
Yes, if you can fire the second course, that would be perfect.
Yep, fire course 2. I will let the kitchen staff know. And the kitchen staff, as well as the bar staff, gets to see their preparation displays. So here, when I go to the kitchen staff display, the preparation screen looks like this, and the course 2 has been fired. It's right here, and they get to select items or the whole card in order to signify that the course is ready. How was your second course, sir?
Perfect.
Good.
Quite
Are you
fast?
Ready for this third one?
Yes.
Very well, sir. All right, sir. Are you ready for the bill?
Yes. Can I pay by cash?
Of course. There we go. I get to... Oh, and would you like to split between the guests?
I was alone, so no.
Okay. Cash and paid. Would you like the receipt? Paper,
No, I'm good
email?
with that. It's
You're
okay.
good?
You can do
All
that.
right. Very well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now, my restaurant just started, and customers are starting to pour in, and I'm getting low on my inventory of drinks, especially with those kinds of customers drinking all of my sodas. So I need to replenish my stock of drinks with my drink vendor, and for that, I get to go to my Odoo instance and create a purchase order to my drink vendor, and I get to select the products that I want to order. Or I can ask Odoo to suggest the products and the quantities that the system identifies would be relevant based on the last 30 days of consumption, and in order to cover the next 7 days of my business, because I order on a weekly basis with my drink vendor. I could, of course, modify those parameters. But because I'm expecting higher volumes and a big party this week, I'm going to specify 150% of the suggested consumptions and quantities. And I also expect a big party also later on, so I'm going to add a few beers. And just like that, when I get back to my purchase order, it's ready to go, and I can send it. But because Odoo does not know the email of this drink vendor, I get to specify it in this new little window that's very convenient, so that I can just specify it on the fly and send.
So I am running the beverage distribution business, working in the warehouse, moving stuff, and I usually check my order in the morning. But you know how it is with restaurants. They send you big orders with a lot of things to do. Fortunately, I'm using Odoo. So if I go to my email, and I get here, I see an order for Fabrice. So I click on his order, and I can check what he wants. So let's download that. Yes. And now if I go to my beverage distributor business, I'm going to create a sale order for Fabrice. And you know, with Odoo, it's super easy. Just drag and drop in your sales, and boom, my order is ready. And I mean, it's very important, because when you work with restaurants, we have Coca-Cola, waters, soda, Fanta, with a lot of different size, by box of 12, by box of 24, 33 centiliter, 50 centiliter, 25. So I need the system to know exactly the preference of my client so that it fills in everything automatically. Because not all the restaurants are as clear as using the right reference number. And here, because we know Fabrice, the system noticed that he wanted Coca-Cola 24 by 33, and Fanta, he knows that it's 24 by 33 that he usually buys. But for the water, we didn't detect what Fabrice usually buys, because it's the first time he sent us this reference. So I'm going to add myself. Fabrice, do you want 1 bottle or 24 bottles of water?
24.
24. And I'm going to sell him 24. And for the blonde, let's go with the Mobius one. It's a good one, because they use Odoo. And let's send the order to Fabrice. So now everything's going to be automatically tracked. And in order to show you how we run a beverage distribution business with Odoo, we have a small recap video for you.
Running your beverage distribution business has never been easier. With Odoo, track stock effortlessly from full crates to single bottles. Process B2B orders fast with automated pricing, create sales orders in seconds, and much more. Welcome to Cheers & Co., where we distribute every kind of beverage, from craft beers to premium sodas. Let me show you how Odoo makes my day a whole lot easier. It's 7 a.m., and the first delivery truck rolls in with a fresh shipment of Mobius Blanche, our best-selling beer. With Odoo's barcode app, I scan the pallet in seconds and my stock updates automatically. It adds 20 crates with 24 bottles each. Since all my crates are full, my stock of individual bottles is currently at 0. Now, let's say a customer buys 10 single bottles. One crate gets partially opened, so we now have 19 full crates, and our stock of loose bottles is now at 14. No manual calculations, no headaches. By 9 a.m., my sales team is already processing orders. They received an email from a client with a PDF quote attached. All they have to do is drag and drop it into the sales app, and boom, the order is created instantly. From there, they just apply our B2B pricing and send out the confirmation email. As beverage distributors, we charge deposits on all our crates. In Odoo, I've created multiple deposit types, which can then be applied to any product. When a customer returns empties, Odoo credits their account automatically, and it's reflected on their invoice. Of course, most of our clients prefer to order through our e-commerce site. It's clear and easy, and prices are automatically reduced for logged-in B2B customers. They can choose between delivery or in-store pickup and access their invoice instantly after checkout. Through their online portal, our clients can check order history, track shipments, and even process returns. Potential clients can also reach out via a simple contact form on our website. As soon as they submit it, their details land in my CRM, allowing me to follow up immediately. Whether it's a quick call or a quote, I never miss an opportunity. Meanwhile, we're also selling beverages at the front desk. A walk-in customer buys a few sodas, pays by card, and asks for an invoice. I send it straight to their WhatsApp, fast, paperless, and a great way to stay connected for future promotions. Let's restock some Cava and Jack Daniel's bottles in our Odoo Purchase app. I'll just create a purchase order, add the products in a few clicks, and done. And for bestsellers like Mobius Blanche, I've set up replenishment rules. So, whenever stock dips below 10 units, Odoo reorders automatically. One less thing to worry about. In the afternoon, we do a quick inventory count. With my scanner or mobile phone, I can scan everything in minutes, and my stock is automatically updated. As the day winds down, it's time to get orders out the door. In Odoo, I can group shipments into one truck, make sure the vehicle is packed efficiently, and preview the driver's route with a single click, ensuring efficient deliveries and happy customers. A quick scan of the pallets and everything is processed in Odoo. Plus, I can track delivery statuses, so I always know when an order has been received. But that's not all. With just a few clicks, I can launch email campaigns, reward loyal customers with discounts and free shipping, and track analytics, all from a single dashboard. So, are you ready to toast to success? Take your business to the next level today at odoo.com.
My restaurant has been working well for some time now, and I'm considering finding other opportunities, additional opportunities to grow my revenues. I was thinking of taking advantage of my big property to start and expand my business into a guest house business. So for that, I installed the guest house industry app in Odoo. And as you can see, I have a new guest house app there. And I hope I'm going to, I also started a website. And I hope I'm going to attract new customers in this new business venture.
So I am looking for a good venue for my family for this weekend. So I'm going to check this website that I just discovered that has multiple rooms. Perfect. And let me go with this comfy room for 2 people. And so I can book from today to tomorrow, to one night. And let's go book that. So he asked me to check out at the beginning. So let's do it, Fabian. So you can ask for a payment up front or a payment when you arrive at the venue. All right, so I'm going to confirm and pay. So now that I booked this room for 2 people today, I'm going to go to the venue. Of course, I have my luggage.
Yes,
So
sir. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. I booked a room for 2 people today.
Okay. And what is your name, sir?
Fabian.
Fabian, yes. You know what? I can actually upgrade you to a nicer room at no extra cost. Would you be interested?
Yes, perfect.
Very well. And you will be staying a day with us?
Yeah, but the venue looks good, so maybe if you can extend 1 extra day, that would be great.
Okay, I can just drag you like this. Perfect. And yeah, I am going to need some sort of identification.
Yes, you need my ID card?
Yes, it's
Perfect.
passport.
ID, if it
ID,
does well.
yes.
Here it is.
It's a Belgian ID, and your name is Mr. Fabian. Yep.
Yes.
So let me have a look. That's a Belgian ID card. I get to specify this here, and okay, your identification has been verified, sir. Very well. I can check you in. And have you had the dinner tonight,
No?
sir?
Can you do something for me? It's a bit
Of
late.
course, sure.
Yes.
And will it be just you, or you and your wife?
Me and my wife.
Okay, very well. So I can just add a dinner for you right here. Perfect. Very well, sir. Then you're all checked in.
Thank you. I'm going to go to the hotel room.
Sure. A few moments later,
I want to check out.
a few moments later. How was your stay, sir?
That was perfect.
It was perfect. Very well. Let me check you out. And I can also update the city tax right here.
Okay.
And you're good. Would you like the invoice?
Yeah, can you send it to the company? They usually pay for me.
Yes, and because the stay was already prepaid online, it's only going to be the dinner plates here, sir. And it's sent
Thank you.
and done. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
See you next time. Okay, so my restaurant business is picking up. My guest house business is starting very, very well. And I'm acquiring new customers more and more. But I want to find additional opportunities to grow my revenues. And I was thinking of getting into event management. I wanted to organize paid recurring events for local businesses and professionals. And just try to get something going, having big parties. And for that, I can just install the Events app in just a click. I'm thinking of after-work events and parties, and I want to have several of them during the month. So because I have no event right now, I get to create one in a click. Let's call it After Work. And let's select the new multiple slots options. And it's going to take place for the foreseeable future, the next few months. I kind of like this new business that I'm starting, and I need to create a ticket. It's going to be paid. And just like this, I get to start setting up slots. Sorry about that.
It's okay, I can go to your event anyway. So the version 19 has been released yesterday in a hurry, and things change in this database. So if you can publish your event, I can still see your event on my website. So now I can go to the, if you can just publish it, Fabrice.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't publish this event, so I don't see it yet.
And
there it is. Now we have the after-work event of Fabrice, and it's sold out because he didn't put the slide. So we have a nice way now to book multiple slot events where you can drag and drop and create 20 slots in a few seconds. But that's fine, we are good to go with this. All right, so the event was great, and
to show you all the...
Yeah, we can move forward. In order to show you all the features of the event management application, we have a small customer success story for you.
Winter Circus is a tech hub located in the city center of Ghent. We're a co-working place for innovative startups. We have membership programs, we do events, and have some hospitality businesses. First thing that we do is that we have a co-working space for about 37 AI startups, so companies that we selected to come and work here. They work in the building, but we also help them with knowledge and network, masterclasses, etc. Next to that, we also are a network. We have a membership program, the Collective, where today we have over 1,200 members who joined Winter Circus to go to our events that talk about innovation, technology, culture, tech, etc. And then the third thing is that we're also a public place. So Winter Circus is a building publicly available for the public, and they can visit our hospitality, they can watch circus shows, they can see innovation into action. So it's a lot of different things together, and it remains a real circus.
So let's say that a certain person wants to join the collective. He or she goes to our public sites and finds there the survey. Once he or she fills in the survey, all the data is automatically inputted in Odoo in the module CRM lead. Once the application of the person comes in the CRM module, a member of our team will review the person's application. And once that person is accepted, he or she will receive a quotation from us. In the module subscription, you have a very handy overview of the subscription of a certain people and also in general of all the different people in the collective, but also in the campus. From the moment the subscription is active, he or she immediately gets their credentials to log in on different platforms. For example, on their mobile phone, they can directly log in on the different apps and book meeting rooms, open different doors in the Winter Circus itself. With the same credentials, a person can also log in on the app that we mainly built on Odoo information. There he or she can find the newsletter, but also can find the different events that we organize. There he or she can also find who else is in the community so that he can connect with those people. So let's say that our new member of the collective wants to join a certain event of the collective. Just click on register and immediately gets his ticket via Odoo. The moment he or she arrives here in the Winter Circus at the day of the event, the QR code is already ready. For organizing an event by yourself in Winter Circus, we use the event module in Odoo itself. There we create first an event and then we select the different people who could attend the meeting. After that we finalize everything on the site itself. So via events you can easily go to the website module of it. It's directly pushed to a public site, but also on our main mobile app. You can also send out some mailings via the module app email marketing. So let's say that our new member had a very amazing first month at the collective. So the invoice will automatically be generated and sent to the customer itself.
I really love the efficiency that you can have with Odoo, with our team, but also the customer experience we can provide to people, our customers, that interact with this building.
So now that Fabrice's business is booming, he has this great restaurant, he launched a guest house, and then he has these event parties at his guest house. Everything's going like crazy. He will need the help of an accounting firm in order to process all his documents. And for that, I'm going to invite on the stage Winand for the demonstration of the accounting firm.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I will not disappoint you, but I'll just do this in my Odoo polo. As an accounting firm, it's very crucial to have an accurate overview of all of their customers in real time. They just cannot permit to miss any of the tax deadlines because most of the time fines are included. That, multiplied by the number of their customers, can make or break their business. So for an accounting firm, everything will start around the new database application. As from here, they will directly have an overview of all of their customers. If their customers are hosted on Odoo SH or on-premise, they can easily add them right over there. But if they click on the Synchronize button, we'll even go through all of our Odoo Online databases and see if one of our customers defined them as their preferred accountant, so that we will directly retrieve all important information, like all the entries that have not been validated yet. And we will split them into vendor bills, customer invoices, bank statements, so that it's very clear for them what they should do. But also all the different tax deadlines that we saw already yesterday that are now available on all the different databases, we will directly capture them over here. So in one click, we'll directly receive an overview of all of their customers they have an account in. We can directly split all of their customers by tax. So like, for example, over here, they can split them by tax so that they have an overview of all of their customers by office or by responsible, etc. They can do it as they want. And from the list view itself, they can directly perform actions in bulk. Like if they have a new employee joining, they can just select all the customers, invite the users, and we'll create a user in all of the databases. Same, if one of them will be leaving the company, they can remove them as well, of course. So we can see for a preferred customer over here, for Odoo, we have a few things to do. We have a few documents in the inbox, but also the VAT return is late, the sales listing as well. So directly from here, I can connect. And in one click, I will, from my own database, connect to the database of the customer. So let's dive in the document application first. Now we can see there is an inbox with a few documents, but because I work together with my customer in the same environment, my customer has directly access to all of his sales invoices, purchasing invoices, but also tax returns, etc. It can really be used as an exchange portal between both of them. But let's get started with the inbox. As we can see over here, we have a credit card transactions, credit card statements, and a few bills. I could sort them manually, but just because it's super cool, let's sort them with the AI again. So my credit card will be automatically recognized as a credit card and sent to accounting. Same for the bills, they will be recognized otherwise and sent as vendor bills. You can see that that happened directly over here. The credit card statement went into the bank working space. Directly from here, if I click on it and I open the chatter of the document, they will see the transaction that has been created. Because the OCR is super cool, everything from the card, from the statement, will be directly transformed into transactions. But some countries have banks that are not directly synchronized with Odoo, or credit card transactions that are very complicated to be read. So this is for a credit card transaction, but can also be used for bank statements. So let's see what happens if it's not automatically reconciled. Let's remove all the transactions over here, because thanks to the new OCR feature, it's working over here, but it's working for all documents that have been OCR'd. I can directly select on the document itself what should be taken over. Just select it over here, the dates, the descriptions, and also all of the different amounts. And thanks to the new reconciliation models, everything is already automatically posted, or they can just click, 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 because the artificial intelligence had found everything that it needed. So credit cards are done. Let's go back to the document application. We also had a few bills. In the Purchase app, I can find them over here. The first one was from Coolblue. When I click over here, we'll directly dive into the bill itself. And within a few seconds, if I click on the refresh button, the OCR will find all the relative information. Because this bill is directly linked to a purchase order, the OCR has directly found the purchase order related to it. From the bill, I can dive into the purchase order, and I can even see the receipt. So if it's OK, I can validate and confirm the bill. And because this is an investment account, we'll directly create the asset for you so that you can just confirm it in order to create all the depreciations. We did a great new thing in Odoo 19. All of the localizations we have, the chart of account is directly updated. We create all the asset models for you. So just by picking the right account, we'll automate all the assets behind. So what about the next one? The next one is a bill from NG. Also here, the bill has been created. And here the artificial intelligence, found out that thanks to historical data, my electricity is split over private costs and professional costs. So directly over here, I can see that it's only 70% recognized as expenses. In the journal items, we'll directly make that very clear. And also for VAT purposes, we'll get the private stuff out of there. All right, documents are done. Let's go back to the dashboard and see what my customer has done as well. So we also made his sales, and because I'm collaborating with them on the same environment, he doesn't care about the accounting impact, I do. We can directly see what my customer has created without my validation yet. And that's exactly why the review button is over here. I can just click on it, see if the impact in accounting is good. If it's fine for me, I can set it as reviewed. And from the dashboard itself, I get an overview of all the ones that need to be reviewed, so I can also do it in bulk. Now, the great thing behind all of that is, because we collaborate together, as from the moment that I'm, as an accountant, has validated it, my customer will not be able to adapt the accounting impact anymore. So I'm sure that everything is done. All right, so not everything is posted. Let's go into the VAT return. But before that, I would like to review all of the accounting entries. And that I can easily do from the journal audit. The journal audit will give an overview of all of my different entries per journal. And I directly receive an overview per account. So for example, over here, I can see that we had some sales as a co-contractor. But as Odoo is only delivering services, that might not be right. I get directly an overview of all the invoices. And because everything is related, I can even drill down till the invoice itself, who has posted this one. And it seems like my customer did a few mistakes. He posted it on the wrong account, so I can directly correct it from here. I could do that one by one, but it's way more easy to do that in bulk. Just select all of your invoices at the same time, type in the right account, and in a few seconds, all of the accounts are updated on all of my invoices. And of course, everything will remain in each other. VAT return has been reviewed. Let's dive now in the real VAT return, make able to submit it and send it to my customer. So all deadlines from the tax returns are over here, and so we have the sales listing that is due as well as the VAT return. From the sales listing itself, I can directly see there are some checks that I need to be performed. If we can validate it automatically, like those ones, we'll do it directly. Otherwise, we can go through them before validating the return. The first one says I need to check if each transaction is correctly classified as a supply or goods or services. When I dive into here, I get directly all the concerned invoices. I can have a check. Okay, this seems okay. They're all related to intercommunity services, so I can validate this one as being supervised. The other one seems like an anomaly, and indeed, I send an invoice to a customer which has been sent as a person or the company, so I made a mistake over here. I can adapt it, and just by adapting it, directly the check will be reviewed. And last but not least, I really need to check that all legal mentions are on the invoice, so also there, I can directly dive into the invoice, see if every article is well mentioned over there before validating. But don't worry, of course, it's linked to the VAT code, so if you use once the right VAT code all the time, it will be good as well. All right, so this one can be supervised as well. As from the moment all checks are done, I can validate my return, and from there on, I can submit it. And of course, depending on your localization, you will get the extract in the format of your country or send it by ADI directly to the government. The listing is done, so of course, only the VAT return is remaining, and also here, we have some checks. Second check is about the bill attachments. Of course, it's better to have an image, so we'll pull directly out all the vendor bills that have no image, but I'm pretty sure that the one for Coolblue we already had. Well, from the chatter, you can now directly add documents from the document application. Like over here, the one for Coolblue seems like I forgot to send them. So from the chatter, from any chatter everywhere in Odoo, I can directly retrieve the documents from the document application, and when we refresh the page, it's directly there, it's already linked. The other one is fine, so I'll just validate this one. And then it seems that we have a last check. It's about draft entries. And indeed, I could not end my VAT return without validating all the draft entries. It's exactly the vendor bill that we just created before. It's indeed in draft, so I can confirm this one as well. And now everything is done. So when I validate the bill, also here we're going to lock the VAT return, so nothing can be changed anymore to the VAT return. Submit it in order to retrieve it in the right format. And if there is any VAT to be paid, from here, I can directly send it in one click to my customer, so he can scan the QR code and pay the VAT to be all okay. All right. So now that the VAT return is done, I know that my customer wants an intermediate situation, so he would like to have some reports. I can do that one by one, opening, balance sheet, profit and loss, just sending him like that. But you could also use the annual statements that regroup multiple reports together, like profit and loss, balance sheet, trial balance, all for the same period. And if your customer wants even more reports, you can easily click on the plus over here and add, for example, the depreciation schedule, the age receivable, the journal report, age payable, name it, and all of them are now added directly for the same period in one big report. From here, I can export the report to the document application to have him notified about all the reports that are ready for him to be seen. So the other way around, from accounting, I can directly search the white workspace. Let's go for the annual closing. And when we export it, it will take a little bit of time, of course, because we're going to create one big PDF file, all of them included, so that he has one big file with all the reports included, ready for him to be reviewed. And when it's done, it's already on the right place, in the right folder, in the document application. And from here, I can easily assign it to him, so he will get a notification of all the reports that I made available for him in the document app. So we're nearly done, but now that we're here, I already started working on the year-end closing, but there were some checks that he still needed to do before I could end up my work. So let's dive into working files. We can see that we already did a lot over here. It's only a few balances that needs to be checked. So dive back into here. I can see that I supervised already a lot of them. And I can use the filters in order to see what has been reviewed. Because we have different stages. When you collaborate with your customer, you can define that he reviews, you supervise. So in order to point out exactly what needs to be supervised. For example, the expenses. When we click on there, we'll directly filter out all the deferred expenses that are still open at the end of the year. If I want the detail, I can dive into the deferred charges, open the entry, and even see the related purchases over there. And indeed, this seems to be a bill that is still for a few amount to be deferred in 2025. So it seems okay for me. We can validate this one. The amount is okay. So I can leave a note over here and say, okay, this is fine. It's fine. It's about marketing expenses. Just log the knock note, and you can set this one as supervised as well. So the check is fine. We can check it as supervised. And let's have a look at if we have any anomalies list. Also here, we'll directly point out some anomalies. It's about a suspense account. At the end of the year, you cannot close the books without any amounts that are still pending on suspense accounts. So also here, I can directly dive into here, and we can see that it's about a bank transaction, that I put it on a suspense account, as I jump directly in the bank transaction itself. At the moment, I guess I didn't have the invoice, so I can adapt it directly over here. I didn't recognize the partner, so we can easily look for it. It's food impact. Select the customer, and directly it's recognized because in the meantime, the invoice has been added, and he already reconciled it with the invoice, and the payment stage has been updated directly. All right, let's go back to the balances. This one is fine for me as well. Mark it as supervised, and all my checks are done. I also can have an overview of the balances itself. Instead of seeing it by cycle, I can see all the balances. I can easily filter out all the entries that have, all the accounts, that have entries. And we can also see here what has been supervised already and what has been reviewed by the customer. So it seems there is a loan. It was not very clear what it was before. So also here, when I click on there, I can see what my customer logged over here. It's a new loan for apparently a second swimming pool, so it's great. This one is fine as well, so we can review this one. And the deferred income, just like we had the deferred expenses, also this one he reviewed, and he could attach a document to prove it, so it's fine for me, and we can flag the one as reviewed as well. So this way I can go through all the different accounts and review the full accounting before drafting up the audit report. And when I'm done, I can just mark it as complete, and everything is fine. So last but not least, last thing I need to do for the customer is draft the annual report. We've went through all the figures, so it's time to draft the report. Just give it a name, 2024, and with a click, we'll draft, based upon the template, all the specific reports. And of course, you can create as many templates as you want and adapt in case you need it. So we can go through there and define what needs to be in there, a favorable report, maybe add a signature right over here. And we can add all our favorite reports in order to be included in the same file. You can, of course, customize it, so it's printed exactly how you want to see it on the screen. Just click on there and define what kind of report you want. If you want a selection of the Belgium account, if you want to have them all unfolded, and all the different notes that we added on the accounts are directly available over here as well. Like for the stock, if it was accorded, the deferred charges that we put there a few seconds ago, but also all the comments of my customer is directly available now on all your different reports, and we'll print them out directly on the audit report. So what about the profit and loss? I also want to add the profit and loss in the same environment. I also want to unfold them. I don't want any previous periods over here, but my customer likes to see his budget, so I can directly add a budget next to here, so it will be printed with the budget instead of a comparison. All right, let's go back. Seeing that we have a lot of annexes over here. Seems fine already, but we can add some new templates. For example, for significant events that happened after the closing. So we can load the template. It's directly available on the right place. And you can, of course, adapt it. So for example, if you want to adapt it and say, we had an amazing OXP, so we expect sales will boom. And directly you can adapt it from the report itself. And last but not least, if you need any supporting documents, like for example, the General Assembly, you can upload all of the documents over here and they will be all taken together in the audit report. And once you're done, you can open the chatter over here, print the PDF file. Again, it will take some time because it's quite of a huge report. We'll take all the different reports that we had included over here with all the different attachments, supporting documents, etc. All will be combined in one big PDF file. And once it's done, from here, I can easily drag and drop it in the chatter as well. So last but not least, in order to make it available for my customer, he might not have access to accounting, so I can directly drop it from here and add it to the document application as well. Just select the workspace, and in one click, we'll edit it now from everywhere, from any chatter, directly in the document application. So let's have a look, finally, to the report. It's a beautiful report, directly built, based upon everything that I defined. Like the table of content, but also the attestation, the balance sheet, with all the different notes right under here, your profit and loss with the budget next to it, and this way, all the different stuff that we added, all the annexes, just like the events that we just added before, and completely at the end, all the supporting documents, like the assembly that we added over here. One PDF directly available, and again, because I'm collaborating with my customer, I can easily adapt him over here, and he will be aware of the closing binder, and all of my work is done. So last but not least, I can do some stuff directly on the environment of my customers, but there's also some stuff that I can do directly on my own. As all the different databases are linked to projects, I can easily click on Odoo and see, within my own environment, all the different tasks I need to perform for it. So I have recurring services where I can timesheet on every month, and we can have some yearly services over here. You can define them or however you want. And we can see that, for example, there is already one late to introduce the ultimate beneficial owners register. It's a huge task for accountants. Every year, for all of their customers, they need to update the ultimate beneficial owners behind the company. And in order to automate that, they can directly jump into the customer, and from here, they can ask for a request, they can request to the company that you perform. So in one single click, we'll send it to the customer, and when the customer opens the mail, he can dive into here and add the beneficial owners and set exactly the information we need to publish it. So let's add it. For Odoo, that might be Fabien. Let's add nationality. Guess he's Belgium. We need to add his date of birth, 1st of January 2008, perhaps. ID number. We can add a supporting document, like his ID card, so that it's directly available in the database as well. I need to set the expiration date. It's mandatory, so I need to fill in all of that stuff. And the start of his control in Odoo. And finally, I need to define what kind of shares he has, as well as the ownership, which is, I believe, still 56%, but it can change quite fast. We're going to add the person over here. I need to say my name, Rinant, personal assistant of Fabien, and submit it. And as from the moment that I submitted it directly from here, when I jump back to my environment, we can directly see that the contact form has now been updated with the UBO form. It's directly over here with all the rated information that we added it, as well as the ID cards. So that part is done. From the task itself, I can directly timesheet, or I can do it later. There is also another task over here. I needed to update the cap table. It's also a service that accounting firms can offer to their customers to keep an electronic shareholders register. Let's open over here. It seems that there is an employee that wanted to exercise his options. So we need to update the cap table. And that we can do directly with the new equity application. If you go back to the dashboard, we now have a new equity application where you can handle cap tables of yourself, of all of your different customers. Just dive over there and we'll see the different shareholders with their different type of shares, voting rights, ownership, etc. So that it's directly updated and you can provide it to your customer at any moment. If you want to add a new transaction, like I need to exercise the options, you can define the transaction type, define the subscriber, it's like Rinant, and now we can exercise all of his options. It seems that he has 1 million of them. So I can define it over here, define what kind of shares he will have, and just by saving it, directly the cap table is automatically updated, and I can keep the shareholders of my customers just like that. All right, last but not least, I've done a lot of work. So directly from the dashboard itself, I can dive into my customer. I have an overview of his timesheets, of his sale orders, analytic items over here. So I can finally timesheet all of the time that I did on the defining task, like updating the cap table. Update cap table. It was only 50 minutes. So last but not least, I can go back to the sale order, and because everything is rated, I can create the invoice and send it to my customer. And that's it. Never before an accounting firm was able to manage within the same environment his own company as well as all of his customers. That's it for me. Back to you, Fabien.
Just a small note for all the partners in the room. The multi-database management that he has shown connects on Odoo Online, Odoo SH, and Odoo On-Premise, and it works for partners too. So you can manage database of your partners. Obviously, you won't have the financial KPIs, you will have other ones, but you can manage in bulk all your customers' database. So there we go. In 1 hour, we have shown you 10 different industries. But the great thing is that we have, with Odoo 19, published as of now 100 industries. So imagine the power that we have now with this database ready to use out of the box, it's so good. And all the presentation we have done today were just we starting with the industry, loading demo data, and that's it, except Winan who added a few data. But all the ones were ready out of the box as we showed it to you. So imagine the impact now where we can reach all this specific business with all the features of Odoo and the specificities of their business. So for today, we still have a lot of things for the next 2 days. Starting now in this auditorium, you will have manufacturing and POS. Then in all 7B, you will have e-commerce, AI in the all 7D, accounting in all 7E, and developers in the all 11B. And these are the highlights of today. I will ask everybody to leave this room because we need to set up and prepare for the headset for the next conferences, and enjoy the event.